Ross, what pleased you most about that win?
Well, I think the simple analysis is it's just nice to get the 4 points, isn't it? Because often in simple analysis, that's where everyone goes, right? So, yeah, you take 4 points and what are you talking about? Moving on, I think the Bulldogs next week. So, yeah, every week's a challenge, so they'll enjoy it a little bit. We spoke a couple of things at the end. You know, a couple of things we did better than last week, a couple of things that still we weren't pleased with in the tight stuff. So, that's been dealt with now, and we just move on and just prepare and train like normal.
So Naz spoke to us after the game and said that you analysed the last few minutes of last week pretty closely and that you improved on a couple of things for this week. Can you tell us what those things were?
No, it's hard for me because I didn't sit in with them. We just gave it to the players the last 4 minutes and let them analyse it. The more space you can have between your coaching group and the ground, the better, right? So that's how they need to grow. So. And I didn't ask them. We sort of had some thoughts in our head. So, no, we just handed it over to the group and they went in and did it. So I'm not in a position to expand anymore, to be honest. But, yeah, if they feel it helped them, that's good.
Ross, in a close game like that, how much, as a coach, do you appreciate having someone like a Wanganeen Miller who can just step up and, you know, the 55-metre goal in the third quarter, the big centre clearance after they came at you, then the contesty one with Taylor late.
Yeah, well, I don't see it as a strongest link game. Early, because every moment in the game, we all go to them, but early in the game, it wasn't really quite working for Naz in the midfield, so we shifted him to the half-back. I really liked his attitude when he went to half-back. You know, him and Sinclair, Batman and Robert again, sort of, it's funny how our ball movement improves out the back half and scoring out of the back half when you've been grinding away there all year. Sort of them together with Brad Hill made it look easy, to be honest. So it was good that he responded. And you know, you look around the league and every team's got those players, you know, that just watching Butters and Warner and Heaney step up. Every team's got them, and a few have got a few more than others. So it's nice that Naz is elevating himself in that space, and I think he wants to be known as a moments guy. But we put him in there with an expectation he would lift, and he was getting close attention, and he lifted. So that's important.
How was he, Ross? Post-game?
Yeah, all the doc said all our players are fine. I think he got a knock on the shin, didn't he? So he was icing up that, but everyone thinks everyone's fine. But in the fullness of time, we talked 48 to 72 hours after. And I wouldn't have known, except I went and said, I'm going to the presser. Anna Riker said, look, you'll get asked about Naz. And I was like, what? Like, so he's got a sore shin.
So he was seeing himself forward. Is that what sort of happened
Yeah.
there?
Yeah. Well, you only get 4 or 5 messages a quarter plus goals. So the AFL limit coach instruction. So we're lucky we've got players that can move themselves around.
Do you feel winning in this way, Ross, is a bit of justification for the sort of football you've been building over the last sort of couple of months with this group?
Well, I don't feel I need to justify anything, to be honest. The only people I need to justify myself is to the players. So the ladder doesn't lie. I think we're still 6'8", but dive deep into analytics and quarters won and goals improvement, attack and defence, and go to draw. We know it's a handicap event and there's not a lot of equality in the draw across the competition. So ultimately, just we're trying to improve, produce really good young players, transition our list from second oldest and fifth oldest and add some, I don't know, I've heard them term win builders in. And but you know, we've been close, but the feedback was we needed to improve, and in a sense we improved today. Like, we're scoring reasonably well. We'd like to tighten up the defence at the same time, but bar one half, we played pretty positive football for the most of the year. So, yeah, the people I have to validate myself is to the St Kilda fans, the board, the players, and ultimately the coaches, and ultimately myself. So we're chipping away. We've got a lot of work to do, but we've moved a fair bit of dirt.
Did you have any idea when you picked up Liam Ryan that he'd be playing the footy that he has the last 2 weeks, 5 goals and 6 goals?
No, he said he loves how he's being coached. We're getting the best out of him. You know, so look, we know he's a really capable player. He's worked hard to get his body right. We can't fault him on and off the field. Ivana and his kids, he's made our environment a richer environment, firstly, and has clearly shown what people with capabilities can do if you give them opportunities. So ultimately, we'd like to see Max King alongside him at some point, and Owens and Sharman. So, but that vision will take a while to come to hand, but I'm sure it will happen at some point.
How long do you reckon?
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe this year. I don't know. He's just in rehab, so he'll have to get to the VFL and build. And but I think over the longer term, there's nothing sinister will happen. But this year's obviously a bit of a challenge in the near term. But hopefully, at the back end of the year, whenever that is, we see that happen.
Cooper Sharman's obviously no Max King, but I mean he was really good for you today, right from the start.
Yeah, I agree. He was really positive in his movement towards the ball. I think our ball movement has got a bit better. That helps him. And they're really miserly defence. Like, I think they give up 7 uncontested marks a week or 8. He looked really dangerous coming at the ball. So he's one of our core leaders that started well, probably plateaued a bit, but always kept working and just come to the fore a little bit today. So that's pleasing. Yeah.
Tell us a bit about Campbell Lake, Ross, coming over the past fortnight, not getting a heap of the ball, but looks to have some good skills and some nice pressure up forward.
Sorry, what was the question?
Campbell Lake?
Yeah, I said it during the week as advertised, which was compete, speed, power, pretty clean and a reasonable decision maker. I think he's shown some composure with the ball. It's very difficult in that position because you've got so many attacking half backs and you just hunt the ball and Whitfield and Ash get off you. But I thought he struck a balance between being able to defend and attack against that level of quality. So they're good signs, So, but for longevity, it's the real test in the AFL, isn't it? Like, it's a bit like us. That's what I'm most pleased about this group's ability to keep, and we haven't always been rewarded for great effort. So their ability to keep taking that emotional risk and giving of themselves while we're in that gap space has been really pleasing. And it'll be the same for Campbell. 2 weeks is a snack, isn't it? But so Wayne Bennett, 3 days, 3 weeks, 3 years, or 10-year guy. Which one are you?
Ross, would you like to see the game moved to the Socceroos clash today? Just 17,000 fans here. Obviously, without the Socceroos game, there would have been a lot more.
Yeah, well, maybe. Look, to be honest, it's out of the scope of my thinking. There's greater... there's full-time people that do the fixturing, isn't there? Hang on, when was the World Cup scheduled?
December 6th, this schedule came out.
The World Cup?
Yeah.
December 6th, last year?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Look, but for me, I'm probably a bit more... Well, no, it's not really. If someone knew it was on and you're a full-time fixturer, but I think it was deliberate decision, wasn't it? A logical, deliberate... Well, was it logical? That's probably debatable, but it was a deliberate decision. But I like the attitude. We're the AFL. We're a Saints home game. Our people will come. Last time we played GWS up there was probably 3,000 people with no Socceroos game on. So I'll take the 17. But if we win more, I've been at the Saints when we've won lots of games and we fill the stadium. So it's on us to win more often and get more people here. Is it about the Socceroos? I don't know. That's a cross tape that I can't validate for you. But if you can validate it, I'm happy to hear it.
I'll try. I'm not sure I can either.
Yeah. Melbourne grammar boy, I'm sure you got it in you.
I'm a bit past my best.
You're an economics guy,
No good. How big of an advantage is it that you're not leaving Victoria for the rest of the season? I know you're going to Geelong for a game as well, but how much do you look ahead to the fixture like that and think this gives us a
How do you
good
measure
chance?
it? How do you...
No travel.
Yeah, but what does that mean?
Most teams
How do you
do better
quantify
more
that?
at home.
Well, theoretically, but you've got to win on the road. We won a couple on the road. I think we lost 2 by a point on the road. So you're going to be on the road. But to your point, there's only way you get 10 at the end is to travel. Up to last week, we'd travelled as much as we'd played away from our home ground out of Victoria as much as any interstate club. And that's fact. I think it was 6. But that's okay. You can check it because I checked it. All right. But one was a double up Adelaide, so 2 weeks in Adelaide. But that's okay. So you've got to pay a price to get that. I think we've paid a reasonable... It's opportunity cost, isn't it? So the cost for this opportunity you're talking about was to play 6 interstate games, as much as any interstate team last week.
Just last one. Teams are clearly working the Cal Wilkie. They had Stringer do some work on him today and sort of trying to
Did they?
get him away from the action as much
I
as
think he
possible.
got a fair few free kicks today, which was positive. I don't know, if you want to spend one of your best forwards on a defender, go your hardest. It's pretty simple.
Thanks, Ross.
Thanks, guys.